Yeah, so what brought me to Whitman really was the academics. The academics first, because my mom always kind of talked to me about school-wise, like you have to love the school first before you love the volleyball program, because if something happens, you get injured, and you have to stop playing volleyball, you have to love where you are. And so I loved like the environment, the small school environment. Whitman really sets you up for a career, and there's so many connections here and so many resources for you to be successful.
Straight and simple. She came in with a great floater serve that we thought was something that could help our team as well. And obviously we looked at what type of person she is, was something that is important to us. So coming with some good values from home, someone who, we noticed a little bit of edge to her, which I mean an edge in a good way, that you need as kind of a college athlete. And so, I was excited to have her come aboard.
End of July, I got back from a trip to North Carolina, and I was surfing, and I did a volleyball camp just to, get myself ready to get into it here. And I come back, and there's this lump in my distal femur near my knee, and it was hurting me. And so my mom didn't know what it was, so we went to the physical therapist, and they suspected that it was scar tissue buildup from just overworking my quad. And so that's how it was being treated for months and months until I finally arrived here. And I was playing on it for all through preseason, and then 3 weeks into the start of school, and I wake up one day and it's so swollen and so painful. I go to John and Nathan and I'm like, what's going on? This is horrible. Like, I don't think I can play today. And they were like, oh my gosh, yeah, you should probably go see our orthopedic doctor here in town, Dr. Wilwan. So I schedule an appointment with him. I go in and see him, and he does the x-ray, and he comes in and tells me, you have a tumor in your leg. I wasn't prepared for that in any way whatsoever. Just because, I'm 18, I'm not supposed to get cancer when I'm 18, and I didn't even know what osteosarcoma was.
When they came up with a plan, her and her family, they decided that, she was like, yeah, I'm going to go do chemo, but I'm going to stay in school. I talked to my professors, and this is what I'm going to do. And we're all in support. I'm like, all right, Bex, you go, be you, do what you got to do. And I said, no matter what happens, you're always welcome back to the team. You're still a part of this.
Like, all my teachers and the school, they were just like, okay, we'll be here when you're done. We'll be here for you. And so that's what was great about Whitman. And then team-wise, everybody showed support for me. Throughout my treatment, I was getting texts from my teammates. Coach would call me all the time just to check in. I rejoined the team this year when we all met up for preseason in August. Yeah, it was great seeing everybody. Yeah, they all just took me in and treated me like I was, gonna play on the court, even though I wasn't. But they supported me in my physical therapy that I was doing on the sidelines, and different strength training, like the stuff that I could do, so that I can be prepared when it is time for me to come back. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. But it's gonna be a hard road, because right now I'm having a lot of trouble with range of motion in my knee, in the knee replacement. And there's a lot of scar tissue buildup in there. And I went and saw my surgeon a couple weeks ago, and we talked about doing a surgery in the beginning of December to remove scar tissue so that I can try and get my range of motion back. It's kind of ironic that I got put in this situation because, I do want to be a doctor, and always I was like, okay, what's gonna set me apart in med school? How can I show that I have an inside knowledge of the medical world? And what better way to get an inside look at a hospital is by getting cancer, What better way? So it's kind of lit a little bit more of the passion in me for medical science and becoming a doctor. And I think what I have been through will make me a better doctor because I'm more empathetic. I've been through it. I've been in a hospital situation, like it sucks, and I can support my patients a little bit better, I think, in that way.